Hello everyone, this is Ellie and this is like my ninth video so far. I hope you all are doing alright. These days have been super cold here where I live, so take a jacket with you if you need it. Well, today the topic I want to talk about is when to face fear. If you have been watching my other videos, you know that part of this me making these videos is to get myself exposed to one of my fears, but it just happened the last weekend that I came face to face with another fear of mine, and I think I handled it pretty well. What happened is that, well, I actually like a lot to do hiking is something I enjoy a lot. So I do it as much as I can and all of it. So, well, I have been hiking with a couple of friends and it had been pretty good so far. We went to different mountains. Well, not mountains yet, I think, because of the height, they will be considered hills. They will be still considered hills, but they are pretty steep and, well, you need technique to get at the top. Nothing like you need ropes or special equipment for achieving the highest part of the hill, but you need to know what you are doing. So, well, I have been doing hiking for a couple of weeks, well, a couple of months actually, and I went with these friends. But what happened this time is that we went to a hill, a popular hill that is pretty steep. You can get a top from three different paths. One you can get by a truck. Another is a pretty technique get up to the top. We didn't get from there because of how steep it is, and one of the people who were accompanying us were not so sure he could make it from that path. So we arrived at the hill, and another friend told us that we should take the route you can get at the top with a truck, that we could make it by foot. And I told them that I knew another path that was not the steepest part of the hill, but it was through the forest, because this hill, it's a funny thing, because on one side, on one face of the hill, you get all this rocky stuff, and that's why it's complicated. But from the other side, uh, it's a mere forest. So I knew a way to get from the front face of the hill, make some like a semicircle, and then get a top from the forest. And I told them I know the way. We can make it through there. Our friend who is not so capable of going through steep places can make it too. And they were like, okay, if you know the route, you take the lead and you tell us what to do. Okay, I said like, yes, I am going to do it. You are going to like it. It's a pretty awesome route. I enjoy it a lot. So I took the lead in this group, and the thing about what happened is that in this group of people, I was the only woman on it, right? And I am telling you that the youngest of them, of these friends, are at least 20 years older than I. They are grown-ups already. I am the youngest of the group. So this is how it went. I am the youngest of the group, and I was also the only woman. So I was leading the way up, and everything started well. It's a pretty fun hike that I like a lot, but it's because of it's through the woods. Uh, well, the path is not always clear, and there are also more than one path. Like you can be going through a trail and you see other paths crossing it and something like that. So since we went from the forest. I was ahead of the group, and from certain parts, no, hold on. Yeah, so sorry about that. It's because I need to make these videos. I need to be in an office, and in this office has phone, so I couldn't do anything about it. Sorry about that. So where were I? Where were I? Oh, well, we were going through this trail, I knew, but since we were inside of the forest, we couldn't see where we were going, where if we were going through the right way, or the thing with this hill is that it has another hill right after, like they are together. Sorry, but one of them, it's the tallest, so we were going to the top of it. So in like an hour from the hike beginning, I start to be questioned about, do you know where we are going? Are you sure this is the right path? You know, right? Like, are you sure? And I started, like, I knew where I was going, but so many people constantly questioning me got me nervous. So because they were doubting me, because they were having because they were questioning me if I was sure where we were going, I started making their doubts my doubts. And I was like, what if I am heading the group through the wrong way? What if we are heading through the other hill? What if I started with a lot of what ifs? So we start our hike pretty early in the morning, pretty early in the morning, before sunrise actually. So an hour on it, and I was already like, oh no, I started to get nervous and feel fear of getting the group lost or something, or heading through the wrong way and having to say like, oh, this is not the way. So I am a pretty anxious person. So I started like feeling the anxiety, that unpleasant feeling where you start like breathing and feeling uncomfortable in your own skin, and all of these thoughts start tormenting me while hiking. So I didn't know what to do in the moment, but there was a point where I was so nervous that I have to stop walking and pay attention to myself. And I told myself, like, you have been here. It's been a while. That when last week we went hiking, it was the first time I went to that hill from like a year or something alike. Like it had been some time since the last time I was there. So yeah, I actually got nervous, and I was like, but I know this trail. I know where I'm going. I have seen this and that, and I know this is the path, the right path. But it's because everyone is questioning me that I am feeling that I am doing things wrong. The feeling of what if. But I told myself, okay, reality is that I am nervous, that I am scared about heading the group to the wrong way, to get someone upset or whatever. The thing was that I have to recognize at that moment that I was scared, that I was worried. And I was like, okay, you are worried, you're scared, but you know what? You're already more than half of the path to the top, and you cannot afford getting nervous or stopping or start having doubts. The only thing you have left now is to keep going and to show them that you know what you are doing, because even along all of it, I was convinced that I know what I was doing. I mean, I am not a professional hiker. Like if I have to go to an actual mountain, like a high mountain, I will look for someone who dedicates their life to taking groups at top. But so far, into the hiking, to the elements of what you need to do or be wearing, and I know what I am doing, and that I told myself that while I was with these friends at the hill. I was like, I know where I am going. I know what I am doing. And even if I am going through the wrong path, like if this is not the actual way where we should be going, I still am capable and know enough about hiking to know what should be done if something bad happens, anything. So even with that fear, I told myself, I am afraid, but I am know what I'm doing. The only thing I have left is to get them atop. So I swallowed my fear. I still felt it while my friends were still talking about whatever. I was at the head of the group and I was shaking out of nervousness. And I was like, you know what? I am getting this group at the top of the hill. And when I reached an area that I knew better, that I was more that yeah, that was more familiar to me, I want like I know where I know what I am doing. So long story short, we end up at the top of the hill through the trail I knew from all my life, and we have a lot of fun. We have some sandwiches at top. We have a very beautiful view from the sunrise, and it was a very pleasant experience. I enjoy it a lot because hiking is something I enjoy in the general term. So, but yeah, even through these things that I enjoy a lot, is that there are situations that you may not be able to control. I understand these people for doubting me because never have I been at the front in that group in particular. And maybe because I am so young compared to them, and because I don't know if it actually the fact that being a woman have to do with it, but I noticed that the asking was too constant. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? And I was like, yes, I am sure of what I'm doing. I am sure of where we. And if you didn't trust me, why will you put me at the head anyway? Whatever. But the thing is that through life we will come across these situations that may hit us even if we're doing something that we enjoy. And the only thing at times we have left to when we are face to face with these fears, with these sudden momentums of uh, of doubt, of fear, of what ifs, the only thing left to do is to face it. It's the best thing that you can do, because imagine if I at the middle of the hike told myself like I can do this. And if I told myself I can't do this, I don't know where we are going, what will be of the whole group? Because none of them knew where we were going, at least through the trail I knew. So deep down, I knew that I had what I had to do to get things right. Because if I got froze in the place and start telling myself like I don't know where we are going, I don't know what I am doing, the only thing left in that will have been to get down the hill and cancel the hiking. So yeah, what I am trying to tell you with this story is that at times of fear, your best option may be to go through it. Like, even if you have deep doubts inside, even if people around you is constantly questioning your capability, your knowledge, your everything, your my advice through those situations is to cling to what you know and to trust yourself and take the things to an end. Because if you get frozen in the moment of fear, things can escalate pretty badly. So beware of it. So that will be my story of today. I know that this video started pretty dynamic, like I was really into it, and I didn't trip so much with my words, but once the phone sound, I like lost the trail of what I was doing. So I apologize again for my constant tripping of words. I am trying my best. I will keep trying to improve. So I hope you enjoyed the story. Hope it inspires you to do things that scare you and to show people that doubt you that you are capable of handle certain situations. And well, hope it helps. So see you around probably next week. Bye bye.